My next guest has faced an unimaginable nightmare for any parent since her daughter Madeline disappeared. It's almost 6 years ago now, while on a family holiday in Portugal. Since then, Kate McCann has tirelessly campaigned for her daughter's safe return. One of the ways she does that is through fundraising, and on Sunday she's going to be running the London Marathon and joins me now. It's really good to see you. And I know you've suffered terrible injuries trying to do this marathon on Sunday. How are you?
I'm okay, I hope. I'd say everything was going pretty well till about 5 weeks ago. The main problem is my feet, really. I've had operations on my feet and they've done me well for the last 29 years, but I think it's been quite a lot, the marathon training.
It is hard. It is hard. You know, it really is. But you're a good runner. I mean, you've done, you know, fundraising runs
from here up.
But you have done them before and done incredibly well. And is it something? I guess it's a way of keeping Madeline in the public eye, as well as perhaps you doing something for her.
It is. I mean, obviously, I'm running the marathon on Sunday for the charity Missing People.
Yeah.
So it's not just about Madeline. Obviously, Madeline's always on my mind, but I'm doing this really to help lots of people who are missing, children and vulnerable adults, and obviously the families as well.
Of
similar
course.
to ours.
And I think it's remarkable that you're doing that, because it's a tough one to do, especially with injuries, and especially in light of what's happened in Boston. And there must have been a little part of you that maybe thought, I'm not sure, especially taking the family to the finishing line.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, these events always make you stop and think about things, but you know, we can't live in fear. We can't live waiting for somebody who behaves in an incomprehensible way to do something like that. I mean, there's so many people that have suffered in Boston already, and like everybody else, I mean, our wishes are with them, but more people will suffer if we don't turn up on Sunday. No,
that's true. I've got a feeling that more people than ever turn up. I think the streets will be absolutely lined, and it's the crowd that really help you. I mean, you will be fine.
So.
You're the kind of woman, you will do it. If you have to crawl over that finishing line,
determined.
You are very determined, and you absolutely will do it. I'm sure that you will. And as you said, Madeline's with you all the time.
Yeah.
Of course she is. She's part of the family in a sense that you obviously talk about her all the time. Twins are very aware of their big sister, aren't they?
No, I mean, every day Madeline will come up in conversation. Whenever we talk about the family, Madeline's always included in that.
Yeah.
And they've grown up, obviously, with their big sister missing, but she's very much part of their life, and they're always incredibly positive about Madeline and what she means to our family. And
the fact is, inevitably, you're going to be much more concerned about them in the sense of wrapping them up in cotton wool and just, you know, being more vigilant. Of course you will. But it's getting a little bit easier. You were able, I think, the other day to actually get petrol and leave them in the car rather than taking them out. You could still see them all the time.
I was about 6 feet away from them.
Yes.
I was very conscious that I am doing this and I haven't done this in the last, you know, however many years. And the car was locked and I could see them. But I did acknowledge it as a change. And I guess it's progress in a way, because obviously that is safe. And when they get a little bit older, they are going to have a little bit of freedom. You know.
It's hard for anyone, you know, any parent to actually give their child that freedom, but for you, doubly hard. And that is going to be really difficult, because of course you can't keep them. They've got to be allowed to fly.
They've got to live, they've got to develop, and I know that. But at the same time, I know that it's going to be a big challenge for me, really, and I'm going to have to deal with it when the time comes. Completely understandable. As far as the search for Madeline goes, that's absolutely ongoing, isn't it? It is, yeah. No, the Metropolitan Police now have been doing the review for almost 2 years. They're working really hard, and we're really impressed with everything that they've done and what they've found, actually, and we're really grateful that they're so motivated and committed. And we can see this image here of what we think she might look like. We obviously we don't know, but that gives people an indication. And you've had so many over the years. You've had so many false hopes, but actually it's better to have those than absolutely nothing, isn't it? I mean, the most important thing to remember is people are still looking. Yeah. And you know, as you say, we've had thousands and thousands of sightings, and I don't get really excited about them now, you know, unless there's some big credibility attached to it. But I'm just really grateful that people are still looking and they haven't forgotten. And even when the news goes quiet, you know, people are still looking. Yeah. So. And you can live a relatively normal life, relatively. Yeah. But the search goes on. I mean, I know, because I know you, and I know you will never, never give up. We'll never stop. And I don't think, you know, any parent could, to be honest, but we do live fairly normally in between certain times, and I think the fact that the Metropolitan Police are working helps as well, because we don't feel like we're having to carry the burden and work every minute of every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
As well.
I wish you all the best for Sunday.
Thank you.
I know what it's like. Having done it before,
I know.
You will be absolutely fine. You're so fit, you're so strong.
Can I just thank everybody, Lorraine, who's sponsored the charity? So I'm really
of
grateful.
course. And if people do want to sponsor you, they can go to the website, do all of that. They still can sponsor you for a very, very good cause. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great to see you, and good luck. I'll be looking out for you on Sunday. Good luck.